it's definitely something we definitely need in our community because just because we have this mentality that goes on also in our community after the verdict would be done, that's it. You won't hear nobody supporting or even still fighting for a type of equality. You have more halftime participation. I'm a support right now as that's the trend that's going on. And also another point I want to make too, with the media having this case being front and center, who knows what laws being passed on in the dark while our attention is focused directly just on that, where you have your government cooking up whatever laws they want to cook up and using this as a front portrayed through the media to blind us of what's going on in Congress and our local governments.
Let me read this short meaning of what the stand the ground law is according in the United States of America. The stand your ground law states that a person may be justifiably use force in self-defense when there's a reasonable belief of an unlawful threat without any obligation to retreat first. The concept sometimes exists in statutory law and sometimes through common law precedents. One key distinction is whether the concept only applies to defending a home or vehicle or whether it applies to all lawfully occupied locations. Now, this law is so convoluted, you know, it basically is saying, well, you know, if I presume that LeBron James is going to threaten me, well, I might pull out my gun. That's no threat intended to LeBron James. Come on in, Brother Altonio Jackson, talking about in jest about his favorite player. We got Brother Altonio Jackson, another young entrepreneur, singer, songwriter, all-around brother, philosopher on Facebook. Tell us your take. We want to cut to the chase. Tell us your take on the Trayvon Martin case.
Well, I feel like it's a never-ending process. You know, it's shocking. You got the guy Kendrick Johnson. You know, it's unbelievable how it's a repeated process. It just happened over and over, and not to mention, I have a cousin that recently passed away in Homer. He was found brain dead in the cell. And the story never come up. It just gets swept under the rug. And not to mention, he was lost before Mother's Day.
Right.
Think how his mother feel. You know, and why is me as a black male and know many families went through this also, not just the Martin family. How is that possible for me as a black male and other black males to know that we could be the next victim?
Well, isn't this telling that
you know,
it's time for
a change.
Black men, whether young, older, to get together and really try to come to grip with what's going on in America.
And let our voice be heard.
And in a positive way, take it back into with a younger, much younger generation, and remind them of this is what's happening. We got to stop doing it to ourselves because our life is not worth anything to anybody else other than outside us, our community.
We have lost too many young people in our community over foolishness,
violence,
fighting in a club, jealousy, hate,
envy, all that. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, man.
And that's also another big key that you know we fight amongst each other behind foolishness. I mean, things you can get on our own if you work for it. And you know, and whether you spoke a powerful message, that's powerful like that spoke. And I appreciate that you brought that up.
Brother Uptown, you a father. You got young teenage boys.
Yes, sir. I got a 20-year-old and I got a 17-year-old.
Do you worry about them when they hit the streets or out there in the world?
Well, Jay, my son is all sure I call. If I can't get in contact with him, I hit him on Facebook, whatever, because I worry. Something simple at work, I worry. You know, so I worry a lot, man. I got one son. My wife said I shelter him too much, but I'm afraid for him to go out. He's 17 years old, and I still shelter him. I let him go, but I shelter him because I'm afraid of what can happen. And anything can happen at any moment at your home, you know. But it's just the point of that phone call. You know, think about how Trayvon and them mother and father felt when they got that phone call. And that's what most of us as parents said. We don't want that phone call there. And that's what I'm afraid of. But we have to let our kids go out, giving them and teaching them knowledge from the home. Start from the home. Maybe they can avoid a lot of things if we talk to them about a lot of things.
Yes.
But, you know, us as parents, and not all parents, but we try to teach our kids how to be this thug mentality thing in the street. And it's good for them not to be afraid and to fight back and defend, but not to go out and look for trouble.
It's to know what fights to fight and which fights not to fight.
That's
My
right.
point, my point exactly.
Brother Altonio, this justice system, and you might hear me on a number of shows, Brother Davis, talk about the justice system. I like to get the perspective from some of the brothers who might or might not have run-ins with the situation. You feel comfortable with the justice system the way it is in America?
Never feel comfortable.
I could speak on this again, man. I have a brother that was wrongfully accused of a rape charge in Liberia, Louisiana. He's an innocent man. He was intoxicated at the time when the cops arrested him, and no appeal has come up. I feel they lost my brother in the system, and they made an example of my brother. He won't return home till he's 65 years old.
Wow.
In this process, our grandmother died, our daddy died. They didn't even have the courtesy to bring him to the funeral. So imagine what he's going through. And once again, as black males, why does this keep happening?
Yes. And you know, we was talking the other day that right now we have a black president. We have more black elected leaders in political office since I could remember. And we are actually, as far as justice in America, backsliding. Now the question is, are we mainly responsible for that, or is the system, or is just a give and take thing where the system is putting this weight on us? You hear me say a lot, we got the system way down on us, but we have a lot of violence in our community also we have to contend with. How do we as black men, whether we teen black men in our 30s or in our 50s and 60s, how do we solve that problem without putting the burden on the black female or the mothers who are grieving out there for us?
I think knowledge, the knowledge that you know. You know, we don't give our kids the knowledge that we know. Like again, people don't believe it, but if they kind of think, just time has changed, Jay, and brothers on the line. Thing is that we have to go back to the old roots, the way our grandparents taught us. It worked.
Yes. Yes. I mean, knowledge and sharing knowledge. The question is if we could get our young people to listen, because we got some influences out there. I mean, these brothers sitting here in the studio, you yourself, Brother Davis, are some great influences. But we have a lot of negative influence that we have to balance and deal with every day.
But you see, that's the difference between, I call it the era of the 90s with hip-hop music and the way music is now. Because back then, a lot of your messages was given through your music with your Public Enemies,
That's right.
your big Boogie Down
Productions.
production.
You know.
Cool
Roots.
Hurt.
It was positive.
It was
very positive.
It was positive messages being given.
You're right.
And it's like now the way the media is like Xing that factor out and just
out the system,
just pushing partying and material things as the lifestyle, and that's give that negative influence to our youth, because you see all these imagery being portrayed like that's what you need in order to be somebody in life. So they're doing everything to do, kill, steal, just for that lifestyle.
You're listening to Real Talk Radio on radio station KJCB 770AM. Feel free to call in. We have a dynamic group of young brothers in the studio. We got a couple of entrepreneurs from in and around the Lafayette and New Iberia area. We also have on the line from the Morgan City area, Franklin area, brother Uptown Water, host of Digital Soul Showcase TV on, he's going to be on television today, hosting the show with the Layla Fox, who sung at KJCB last Friday on Jazz and the Green. I say Layla Fox, brother Uptown, them brothers, they about ready to take off, man.
Hey, I gotta protect my artist, bro. I gotta protect it.
I hear you, my brother. I hear you. Getting back to, and we're going to say, we mentioned that earlier about what's going to happen if the verdict is not the outcome that a lot of us in the community want. But I'm saying we could get that verdict. But nothing's going to change if we don't take that and do something. We saw what happened with the Gina 6. Our group was heavily involved with giving the Gina 6 some media time down here in Lafayette. We followed the case from beginning to end. We saw what happened. Can something positive come out of this Trayvon Martin case, Brother Altonio? And I'm going to go around the room.
I really believe because this, it's like for every case that happens, it brings more people attention, you know. And at this case, you know, and just like we was talking in our time and era, a lot of people have their voice heard. We got social media. Back in the days, we didn't have that. The social media is the most powerful tool that we have.
If used correctly.
That's right, if used correctly. And it could be also failure, you know, the greatest failure also for the youth also. Because they're infuriated and upset with this also. And they could take their anger out on others and thinking that they're getting justice. And it's really not, it's just going to make it worse. So I say, if it's the right verdict, which we hope that justice is served, I think it will calm a lot of people down, you know, and let them know that there's hope, you know, and that America is realizing that, you know, this has to have to make a change, you know.
Brother TYGHT WAYZ.
I'm gonna say this, man. You know, in our communities, you know what I'm saying, we have to be aware of every situation. You know what I'm saying. You know, wherever we stay at. You know what I'm saying. And basically, it's just a tragic situation. You know what I'm saying, that happened. You know what I'm saying, to poor, you know, Trayvon. You know what I'm saying. And basically, man, it's just, we just have to be aware. You know what I'm saying, and just have to get the word out. You know what I'm saying, through social media, whatever, you know what I'm saying, through our communities, you know what I'm saying, to like really just stop the foolishness, you know what I'm saying, that's basically going on, you know, and if the verdict come down to, you know, whatever it is, we just gonna have to deal with it and just try to just be aware, you know what I'm saying, so something like this, you know, will never happen again, you know what I'm saying, in our communities, you know what I'm saying, because it gets a lot of nonsense that's going on, you know what I'm saying, you know, basically in America, you know.
Fullgrown.
Like Brother Gangster Mac type ways. Said it's more of a being the awareness of just having it in the public eye to show everybody from small rural areas to big cities. This is what happens in communities every day.
Every day.
There's a Trayvon Martin in every city that goes on.
Oh yeah.
And you know, before I go to you, Brother Uptown, Stanford, Florida is a rural, slightly on the edge of the, I think, Broward County, Florida, I think. And it's slightly something like where we at.
Yeah.
Just like this area, we experiencing gun violence on a weekly basis in and around Lafayette, the surrounding areas, New Iberia, St. Margaret, Abbeville, Crowley. Unprecedented. It does not match the rate of these bigger cities. If we could have these things happen, we could have the situation with the stand your ground law and some fool unloading on a young man. So we're going to have to start educating our kids also, because I know the radio station just did a seminar on legal seminar on how are they going to be doing one on how to react with the law enforcement. There's so many things that our young people have to go through nowadays. And yet, they make us feel, our young people, and sometimes us, we guilty of that, make our young people feel like, especially young black male, like they're a problem just to exist.
Right.
And that's the thing we have to solve.
That's right.
Exactly, because it's also with schooling too. It's definitely for parents to keep their kids up to date with current history, because a lot of schooling goes on continue to teach old past history that may be even irrelevant to the way the times and lives we live today. So it's like you gotta constantly stay on your child to keep with your current history.
Well,
You have to give them a voice.
Well,
Let them be heard.
Check this out, Brother J. I mean, just like one of my coworkers was saying yesterday, why would this trial in this case, why would the OJ thing come up?
yeah.
Understand? Why would that come up? But look, check this out.
I heard that.
White America been upset ever since this black man took office.
That's
Okay,
right.
check this out, man. You got to look at the real deal.
Real tough.
A smart man, clean cut, married man, don't run around this white, don't cheat, don't do nothing. They can't find nothing on the
And
brother.
young.
Hey man, white America been messed up ever since the man hit office.
They do not want to face the reality of race.
Let's be real about it.
Brother Uptown, go ahead.
You know, like the question you asked, you know, is the brother mainly answered the thoughts that I was thinking, and it's good that good brothers think alike, you know. And again, with this case, bro, I have an ability though. I hope it goes well, and most of all, in Trayvon's case, he was innocent. But if this man walks, they got a lot of brothers out there, and I'm going to speak the truth on this. Got a lot of brothers out there upset with race. Got a lot of brothers upset because they don't have no mother figure, no father figure. They just out there to speak and just thought, whatever, I'm going to live my life to the fullest, and whatever comes in their turn, that will come in their turn, and they're going to use that and put it in the ball just to make themselves feel good after the fact. But if they get caught up, they're going to have something else to deal with, worse than that thing. Trayvon? Sir?
You know, we all been in those courtrooms.
Right.
And what we talking about now, basically, and I'm gonna say, we talking emotion, but every one of us been in one of these courtrooms, whether it was the 15 judicial, whether it was the 16 judicial, and we can say it with emphasis. All of us from the Barry area, the 16 judicial. There's no emotion given out by the court as far as compassion. There's no compassion in the sense that you in that courtroom. They looking at the law the way it is written for them, and they mete it out, and that's their form of justice. And even though we say there, we're part of it. We got to participate in the situation where we could vote and vote some people in the office. We keep trying, because we could keep voting people. We still don't get what we want. We got to keep trying to get the right people who want to take our let's say our concerns and words into the political system. That's part of it. And part of it is what we're doing now, making the community aware. And then from awareness, from unity, we might not get the respect personally, but we're going to certainly get some public respect if we have the numbers.
And also, Project, we got different races that's on Trayvon's side. It's not just and Nancy Grace is doing such a great job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's not letting no one feel like that. Most definitely, no matter what corner or what color, what race he is, sticking to her judgment.
So Uptown, Zimmerman is a what? He's a Latino. What is he? What is he? Caucasian?
I think he's Latino or something. He's not fully.
Now they got a cross thing in his family though. I heard about his dad being a former judge or something. See that cut is right there, man.
Right.
You know they try to pay it back because they don't want nothing to go through like that. You see.
And the lawyers that he have are some good lawyers for what they do.
Yeah.
For what they do, you know.
What they do.
Unfortunately, we as young black men won't be represented on that level. We hope we could get a good young brother attorney if we have to go in, but you know, we have to roll the dice when we go in the court.
There's some good brother attorneys out there.
Oh yes, we had one. We had one last week on the show, brother Down Washington.
Even females
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just
a lack of money and funds to hire these lawyers sometimes. We had Professor Angela Bell from the Angola 3 law professor. She's an excellent attorney, but like she said, we would hope that we would have unity within our situation where we could have the funding to fund good defenses for a lot of us who are in criminal justice system in Louisiana. Some of us, a lot of us don't belong there. A lot of nonviolent offenders who should probably be out on some type of release program or in jail with hardened people who are hell-bent on breaking the law. And my thing is this: we help the brothers who want to help themselves first. You know, and that's the problem that comes from with our young people being put in that system so early.
The way I feel about the prison system, it's big business. It's all money. You have child support with murderers in the same cell. Like it's just a big difference. It's just the more you bring in, the fat our pocket is, and
I want to add this. I'm gonna say it as black men. One of the main things in the court system, they play, if a black man and a black female is in court, they play the court one another against each other. That's well known.
Right on time.
That's well known. Brother Altonio, you want to answer? Yeah, something to dealing with the court and the justice system for younger people.
Yeah, I have 13 years in the oil field, and I met many different people from around the world. And I would say this all the time, like, with us doing music, you know, we hope to work with Jay-Z. We hope to work with, you know, the great legends in the past, you know, even R&B singers. One day I wake up, company man of Chevron knocks on my door and asks for today's time ticket. I'm like, this guy working a multi-billionaire company, you know, and I'm like, I'm talking about Jay-Z. This guy is funded, you know, funds for Chevron, Shell, Halliburton. I worked with all these guys, ate with them, shared bathrooms with them. So you can imagine the things that I've seen, you know. I actually had to share bathrooms because we got jointed rooms, and I'm the first mate. And after that step is captain. So they would come to me because my room is right there. I had times where the captain would get mad because of racist skin, you know. And he's like, well, I got the high authority, you know. And not to say I'm getting off the subject about what goes on, because I'm around work release programs also, you know, where guys are on a work release program working out there in the oil field. The stories don't change. I was innocent. I went out to do this. I went out to do that. The cop stopped me. Said there was a mistaken identity. They racial profiled me. It don't stop, you know. And you can watch this guy on the job. They go help anybody. Anybody. If you're that type of person that you don't care about someone, it's going to show once you put around others. And it always you always tell that you have certain white guys. Don't put me with that guy. Nah, I'm not talking to that guy. You know why it's like that? But you got this guy that's in a work release program, willing to work with anybody, and his attitude shows that he's a good person. Even the company man saying that, man, you know what? When everything get cleared, I want you to come work for me. I could sign you on the Chevron. Now, why would he even go that far
Right.
with a guy in the work
Right.
release program, with a guy that's free walking around with an attitude, the way they got to send him home. And that's costing the company money. They got to call a chopper, a boat to get this guy off of here because he's not willing to work with anybody.
And that's the whole notion
Just saying.
of profiling. Profiling because you could be misjudging
best.
somebody.
Got another caller.
We got another caller on the line. Go ahead, caller. Caller, are you there? Okay. You know the whole notion of profile. Caller, are you there?
That's what he did.
Okay, they're gone. The notion of profiling is it wrong in a sense because we hear law enforcement experts and legal experts, certain legal experts, not all, that says profiling is a way to catch criminals to track crime and so forth. Here's the problem. What George Zimmerman did, in a sense, he profiled. Therefore, that creates the problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't hang up, okay?
We have a caller.
Hold on 1 second.
Profiling in the sense that
Don't hang up.
you could take action against somebody for their perception of who they are. Brother TYGHT, you want to comment? I know you probably been profiled in the barrier. I've been profiled. You've been profiled.
Most
I
definitely.
was profiled when we had the rally in
Baldwin, Louisiana. Yes, yes.
Right. And like I told them, I'm coming home from work, radio station, left home, I went to work at somebody else's place. I get right in almost in my very area, police just blew us off. Just followed me all the way in my area, took the lights on in the dark area. I get out the car. His hand on one behind and one in front of me. Hand on the table, the ready table for him to move my leg. Good thing I had the phone on speaker in the car, so when he heard the voice, acting everything was okay, the whole story changed. Why? Because I was smart enough to use the technology that we have today. I had somebody online, because if not, then anything could happen.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Trying to call you, Jay?
I think we have the caller on the line. Caller, are you there? Caller? Okay, the caller. Just call back if you can, if you listen. Yeah, profiling, Brother Uptown, is very prevalent. And we don't want to single out one parish or another parish, but it's definitely in certain parishes more so than others.
Oh, yeah, no, every parish. It's just the parish that I was in at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe there was some good guys.
That's the parish I'm very familiar with. And if the U.S. Attorney is listening, I would hope they would look into that certain parish that they know we're talking about. Because the job of the U.S. Attorney is to try to rectify something on the federal level that the local government is not rectifying. Anyone, your brothers want to add something to that profile then?
I'm gonna say this. I think racial profiling is just an excuse. For them just to make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Basically, and it's just sad that they would do that just to get a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? And recently I was racially profiled. Got stopped by an officer and got mistreated. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad because I know I'm not the only one. This goes on every day in every community. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna have to be keep it real. It don't happen on certain parts of let's say User Town, for example, New Iberia.
Yeah.
It don't happen on across the bayou, but it'll happen in certain areas of New Iberia.
That's right. Yeah, right.
And that is illegal to profile, but they can use certain laws that they have on the book to say, because this is a high crime area and they designate any area, you can come out your house and say, if you live, nothing happened on your street, it's still a high crime area, so that's why we stopping you, sir. And the point is, we all want to solve crime. We don't want no crime to come in our area. But we have people who work for law enforcement who do not know you, who don't treat you with respect. That's been proven.
Yep.
And if you ask them something pertaining to what they're investigating, you might get arrested. And then they'll put bogus charges on you, interference. I mean, you know, that's a whole other show, man.
Sad, man.
Caller, you on the line?
Yes, how you doing? I was just calling and concerning, and that is true. You know, we just have to. Yes, my concern was what he was saying about we need to do something about it because you can't be a black man if you have a black truck or a truck that you have worked for all your life. They stop you and they make you like you just like anybody else, like you selling drugs. Mm-hmm. It's not every man that sells drugs.
Yes,
you know?
Yes, you're exactly right, ma'am.
So my concern is that I'm glad what y'all doing, and yes, we need to continue to stand by each other and pray for one another. We need more kingdom men. If men would take because they play, they rightful place, you don't have to settle for less when you can do the best.
Yes. Okay, thank you, caller. And you know we do this show, Real Talk, and other shows on KJCB 770AM. We do it out of love for the community. And while we might not be able to solve anything right now pertaining to the Trayvon Martin case, we are talking about it, we're bringing awareness to it, and showing that we can come together as black men, even invite black females, mothers and fathers to participate, because the only way we could change things is to talk about it and make people aware of it, in the sense that we got people from different walks. All you brothers y'all alike, but y'all different. And y'all talking about it in a positive way to inform your community.
Exactly, not just keep the conversation in the den or the barbershop, put it on Front Street for open discussion, to where suggestions and ideas to come up to attack these situations and what's going on in the community and come up with different plans.
And at the end of the day, we don't want to see what happened to Trayvon Martin. We don't want to see it happen to no young black man, whether it's at the hands of a George Zimmerman type or a police officer or another person who has the same skin color of Trayvon Martin. We don't want to see none of that happening in our community. Let's make that clear.
I could add some. In April, you know, I was recently stopped by the police. You know, self-entrepreneur, and I'm in a nice car. Not to mention this Mercedes. You know, and I'm telling the cop, I have to pick up my daughter. I'm going to pick up my daughter from school. He knows everybody's route.
Right.
He sits there all the time.
Right.
You cannot tell me this guy was watching me waiting for the chance. Mm-hmm. Okay? He's not even in his car. He's in the bushes with the radar gun.
Right.
He said it himself. He said, now that I stop you, now that you stopped me, I want to know where you're going. I'm like, this is the route everybody's picking up their child.
Right.
And I told him the same thing, exactly like that. I had grass on me. It's just like they're looking at zebra, but
right.
I said, I'm coming from cutting grass. I set my alarm for a certain time, and I follow this pattern every day. Even we're in the summertime, my clock still go off at that time because that's how I keep track of time. That's just me. But it's the same route that I would take picking my daughter up from school. You know?
Yeah. Well,
this guy kept me there, I want to say, for 2 hours purposely. For nothing.
Yeah.
No reason.
And that's the problem we've been talking about. We know that certain parish. We know these certain officers. We know Louisiana State Troopers in New Iberia, they engage in that. We know Iberia Parish Sheriff Department, and I can speak power of the truth. But we know that there's a U.S. attorney in here in Lafayette supposed to be investigating those cases of racial profiling. Let's hope the community starts taking that to the U.S. Attorney's Office and trying to find out what is going on in the city of New Iberia and surrounding area with these people profiling black folks under the guise of, so say, criminal justice.
It's time to put pressure on the people we put in office.
That's right. It's all about awareness too. You know what I'm saying? Being aware of your surroundings.
Until there be some accountability consequences for these officers who break the law, federal laws with profiling, until they could be locked up the same way they harass people.
Right.
Nothing's gonna change.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's right.
Brother Uptown, you want to add something in closing before we go?
You know, one thing closing I want to say, Brother J, you know, I thank the fellas that called, you know, me, you talked yesterday, I'm pretty sure you too, you know, the fellas talked yesterday. You know, it's real positive fellas, and I think we need to do this one more time, or a couple more times.
Yes.
And form some type of organization where we can help those who need help.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And I mean, positive brothers, and we got more of us out there.
Yeah, and I know, and I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to have Brother Chris, a Man Up organization out of Lafayette. He had some things to do probably, and that's what I want to do, put brothers together. Certainly we all can work together, because if we don't work together, we sure going to perish together.
That's right. On time.
Fullgrown, y'all want to say something in closing?
Just thank KJCB for the opportunity, and you, Brother Jay, to speak how my opinions and my thoughts on the area and share with the people.
Right.
Brother TYGHT.
Yeah, I definitely got to thank, you know what I'm saying, everybody here to KJCB, you know what I'm saying, Brother Jay, you know what I'm saying, for, you know, just doing this shit, you know what I'm saying, just let everybody know and be aware of what's going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, because this been going, this goes on every day, you know what I'm saying, every day. You know, so we just got to keep it moving, man, and just stay prayed up, you know what I'm saying, and keep it 100.
The KJCB family will always welcome y'all brothers, and we want to salute the general manager, Sister Janelle Shagwai, because that's her concept of having community shows where we could get in, get it in, and get it out.
That's what's up.
And Brother Henry Davis, if it wouldn't be for Brother Henry Davis, man, I don't know where we'd be, man. You know?
I gotta do what I gotta do, man.
And I don't want to say what city he's from, but that's our people right there. That's our people, man.
I'm man. I'm Berry boy.
So we got all mostly buried. I know Brother Antonio just lost a dear friend of yours, and I want to say condolences go out to Brother Harry Skippet.
That's right, man.
Yeah, that's the brother right here.
Also, we all from the same area. I
Same.
grew up on 911 Cherokee. I walked toward the bus on Ann Street.
Okay, all right.
And, you know, that's how we all affiliated together.
Yeah. I was up in that neighborhood back in my other life. I did. Me and Brother Davis,
We all connected.
you know.
We all
We been
connected.
there, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's
I see
like...
them come and go, man.
That's right.
Look.
That's right. Yeah, man.
We certainly hope the Trayvon Martin outcome be what we want. And let's hope from there we could take that and make it positive, where we could get to our youngsters and make them be aware, and hope to change the justice system here in America, here in Louisiana, and deal with that high incarceration rate we got. That's another story, you know. We all have to deal with that. And to the mothers out there, we wasn't trying to exclude any black females. We just want to get the take from some brothers who, you know, got their hands on the pulse of what's going on in their communities, you know. Brother Uptown, hope to see you later on today at AOC Community Media, channels 15 and LUS channel 3. Brother Uptown is gone, you know. He's gone. And we're going to salute the KJCB listening audience. Thank you so much for listening to Real Talk. And tune in next week for another edition of Real Talk Radio here on KJCB 770AM. Stay tuned for the new brother in town. That's the brother who brought Miss Nicole Jackson on, man. That's a singer right there. All right, we out. Just listen and understand what we call. Oh, man, I just appreciate all that.
Good show,
Good show. You gotta do this more often.
Yeah.
That's a singer right there. That's the rap, and that's an all-around man right there.
Shout out you right quick. Yeah. KJCB one and only, you know what I'm saying? We getting it live on TYGHT WAYZ TV, man, you know what I'm saying? Real Talk Radio, KJCB, man, y'all tune in, bro. It's going down, and we're going to be getting out of here pretty soon.
770AM.
We're going to be getting out of here pretty soon, man. So one love and God bless, man. TYGHT WAYZ TV, baby, we out.